Well, hello there and good morning, y'all.
Hey, guys.
If you notice, I've been a busy bee looking at people's videos and stuff. So, first off, I'm going to tell you, Jeremy has a really cool drone footage. He's been playing with his boy toy every evening to get used to it. Now, Bam Manola got some good stuff. He went to the white party as well as the sail away party, and man, the Jubilee must have been at full capacity because it was people all over. You know, they didn't even have a place to dance or whatever. It was so many people on the Jubilee.
Yep.
But I just want to tell y'all, welcome in and hit that like button.
Oh,
smash it.
Oh, I like the way that one sounded.
Hit that thing.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I'm Jeremy. This is Cheryl. Up top, we got Eddie and Scott. How's it going, fellas?
Not bad.
Not bad.
I have the whole house to myself today.
And
it's still cold there.
Yeah, it's still cold.
It's still cold, but guess what? Because there's nobody else in the house today, I have snuck the temperature up a degree or two above what I usually have it at. So, it is far from being cold in the house right now.
Okay, so we got it at 78, right? 79.
79.
Okay.
I don't want to tell because
yep, I know, right? Okay, well, touche. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome into the morning shenanigans and to the show. If you are here for the replay, first of all, thank you for coming back to check out the show. We got a good one planned for you again today. If you are here for the replay, please type in the word hashtag replay. That way we know that you were here. But for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in. First up in the chat is Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Y'all hit that like button. Que pasa? Eddie Lugo Studios. Oh, that was a mouthful. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Morning.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh, Michael Ann Spoiled Mama made it back. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bam Manola Adventures. You know, you talked him up, right?
I did.
Yep. Good footage, man.
Yes, I like it.
Amy made it back. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep. Don't forget to hit that like button. And here we go. Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there. Cheryl, Jeremy, Eddie, and Dancing Machine Scott. The captain is here. Good morning, Captain Billy.
Welcome.
Yes.
Who let that guy in?
Yep. And thank you for that, Mike. Yeah, the drone, I flew it over water yesterday. So, yeah.
You got scared.
Well, no, I hit some winds and turned around and came back.
Oh, God.
It got windy.
It's
it got
windy
windy over
there.
that water. Okay, Tanisha came in. Good morning, Leonard Family Fun. And it says, Happy National California Day. National Chili Day. That's the reason why we didn't eat the chili yesterday. We were supposed to get it today.
Yes.
Happy National Margarita Day. National Cook a Sweet Potato Day.
All things I like.
And National Supermarket Employee Day.
Oh, we're always nice to
And
you.
most importantly for Tanisha, last day of work, then vacation.
I know she's getting on the Jubilee. Yahoo.
That's right, baby.
I can't wait. You know, they got some cheap sailings on the Jubilee. It's like 6 something. I've been looking.
Well, maybe here's the problem. Captain has enlightened me here. Captain, thank you. Jeremy has been playing with his boy toy. He shouldn't do that in public.
Well, you know what, Captain? I said the same thing because that boy toy getting more action than I do. I'm telling
Oh,
Yeah, just like,
that's
yeah,
Friday night, please.
just like this
Yeah.
one.
Tomorrow night, please. Not now.
you.
Leave your
Wanda,
grievances for another day.
yeah, Wanda has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Savage Batman made it back. Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Okay, Jeremy, the Cajun word for today is tea. Tea, T and T, 4 different words. I don't know about this one. Eddie?
Let me look at the spelling.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Your dad hasn't said that to me.
I've heard of tea baby, it's like, oh, poor baby, something like
tea
that.
baby.
But
Yeah, small.
that's about
small
it.
Child, small kid, something like that.
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Yep, it is not after dark, Captain Billy J.
What do you say?
Well, no, it's the same thing, playing with the boy toy thing.
Oh,
yeah.
See, the problem is what Cheryl calls it, a boy toy. It's not a boy toy.
Mm-mm.
It's a man toy.
Thank you.
Correct.
So
Your Cajun word is bananas. Yep. Can't do
bananas.
it. I can't do it today. Sorry about that. But yeah, speaking of bananas, you know that Carnival has sent us a ship here today. And naturally, it is none other than the Carnival Breeze. She is in port. Yeah, the Breeze is here.
How can you tell that?
Well, the ship tracker tells the whole story.
Okay. You can tell it from the
That's
picture.
not what you're saying. The Breeze on a Thursday.
Yeah, you can't really tell from that angle, but let's see. If you are in Galveston sailing away on the Breeze today, first of all, welcome to town. It is 65 degrees here in Galveston with 84% humidity, 14-mile-an-hour winds, and cloudy.
What's it going to be Saturday for the people getting on the Jubilee?
The sail away forecast for today is 68 degrees with 85% humidity, 18-mile-an-hour winds, and partly cloudy. On Saturday, if you are sailing away on the Jubilee, we are going to wake up to 59 degrees. And then at sail away time, it's going all the way up to 68 degrees with full sun in the sky. So it's going to be at least a dry sail away.
And it's going to be a good sail away.
Yep. So looking on the ship tracker this morning, we got the Carnival Breeze here in town. We got the Carnival Dream, the Jubilee, and the Voyager of the Seas all in Cozumel. The Prima is at sea. The Regal Princess is in Belize City, Belize, and the Harmony of the Seas is in Costa Maya. So everybody is out there doing their thing. And it looks like the Disney Magic took off from NOLA this time and is going back south. So we probably won't see her back again for a whole nother week.
Goodbye, Guridums.
I know, right?
Later.
We look at a lot of cruises, but rarely, if never, do I go to Disney cruises.
Yeah,
so
and I want to ask y'all, have y'all been on the Regal Princess? Scott?
No, but I want to sail a Regal Princess.
They got good rates right now. They got really good rates.
There's an option for me to sail that because I still have my free Princess Commodore cruise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have an option for me to sail that from Galveston, but disembark in Fort Lauderdale. And doing that 2 days before I get on the Divina, which would offer me perfect opportunity, enough time to kind of chill and do laundry and then get back on the Divina with my wife for our anniversary cruise. So
nice.
I am looking at that. The only kind of snag is the absolute expedition that it is.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Get to an absolute expedition.
Yes.
So, to get down there.
We were looking at the Regal Princess. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's one of the newer, bigger ships. I think it was built in 2014. So I think it was refurbished in 2019. I think just before the shutdown. So,
We're looking at that.
Yep. We got Scott Smith in the chat. Good morning. Driving and
morning.
listening. Welcome in. And Amy says, I don't miss southern humidity.
Oh,
I'm
Yep.
kind of getting used to it now. You know, I have to. I live here now, so.
I love humidity.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it is going to be a late sail away, I think. The sun will sign off by the time we sail away at 8 p.m., taking any warmth with him. Oof.
It's going to be nice. A nice sail away Saturday.
Yep. Amy says, maybe I'll go on a cruise when I graduate. That'd be a good graduation gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't look now, but hey, friend Antoinette at Fun has made it in. Good morning.
Antoinette has some good videos over there too. She got one of the she got two of the casino, but she didn't do a casino run. It looked like she may have done it when it was closed. But I looked at that, and then she got something else over there. She was on the Elation.
Cool.
I've been a busy bee. I watch you guys on the TV, so I have to go back and put a comment in.
Yeah, and thank you for that share, Savage Batman. We really, really appreciate it.
And we love you coming back.
Yep. And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat again, which means that it is now time for Jeremy to struggle with words. And welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the moment in the show where I attempt to read what happened on this day in history. Today is no different. We are looking at Thursday, February 22nd, 2024. And on this day in history, 896, we're going all the way back.
Wow.
It says Arnulf was crowned Holy Roman Emperor by Pope Formosus, who declared the previous emperor Lambert deposed.
It was so long ago.
Got him on out of there.
A picture.
I know, right? In 1680, Catherine Deshays, Madame Monvision, known as Lavoisin, was executed in Paris for her involvement in the affair of the poisons.
See, in the 1600s, I used to run around Virginia, naked. So
nice. In 1847, U.S. General Zachary Taylor led troops against Mexican force commanded by General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna at the Battle of Buena Vista.
Orale.
In 1932, the Purple Heart, a U.S. military decoration originally instituted by George Washington in 1782 to honor bravery in battle, was revived as an award for those wounded or killed in action against an enemy.
Wow, it took that long.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy mama.
Oh, yeah. Always last on the list. It's hurry up and wait. We know how that works. In 1942, 3 members of the White Rose, an anti-Nazi group that advocated nonviolent resistance, were beheaded in Munich.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Where's Finale on the Durchline?
I wonder what the crime rate is over there. In 1950, American basketball player Julius Erving, who was one of the most colorful and exciting figures in the game during the 70s and 80s, was born. In 1959, NASCAR held the first Daytona 500, which was won by Lee Petty.
Oh, the Daytona was really good this past weekend. They had a big wreck toward the end.
Yep.
Well, that didn't make it good, but I'm just saying.
She likes mayhem.
Stop. It was good. I watched it.
In 1980, during the 1980 Winter Olympics, against the backdrop of the Cold War, the U.S. ice hockey team defeated the favored Soviet team in one of the greatest upsets in the history of the Olympic Games. In 2011, after enduring more than 5 months of tremors, Christchurch, New Zealand, and its surrounding area were struck by a massive destructive after magnitude of 6.3. In 2014, Ukrainian President Viktor
Don't do it.
Yanukovych was impeached following widespread protest after he abandoned an association agreement with the European Union. He fled the country and was later accused of embezzlement. In 2021, American poet Lawrence Furling Hetty, there we go, one of the founders of the Beat movement in San Francisco and owner of the famed City Lights bookstore, died at the age of 101. And on this day in 1997, a team of British scientists working under the direction of Ian Wilmot at the Roslin Institute near Edinburgh announced the birth of Dolly the sheep, the first clone of an adult mammal. And that will do it for On This Day in History.
I love this song.
All right.
I could get in a copyright. Whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
On it on the lives with the little banana stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, you're getting that now too?
Yeah.
Canva don't like us. Yep. Oh, Michael Land said today is George Washington's birthday. Well, that'll work.
Okay.
Okay. It is. Hashtag TMD is working. That'll work.
It took a while, but it came
Look,
up.
check it out. Our friend, your friend and mine, the Mustard Drill has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Papi Chulo!
FBI, open up.
Yeah, I don't have that on this stream deck.
Oh, well, check it out. I got a sound just for you, good sir.
Stop. Don't do it.
Right here. There we go. That's for you.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, moving on with the show, it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
It's going to be good, too.
Morning cruise news with Papi Chulo.
Carnival Cruise Line changing
fed up,
the
homeboy.
procedure for back-to-back.
Psych. Where's that union rep?
Frequent cruise travelers delight in the back-to-back cruises, a type of extended vacation that involves the consecutive sailing on the same ship. These unique cruise arrangements often come with a variety of benefits for guests, including priority boarding for their second sailing, gifts in their stateroom, and other special acknowledgments. That feeling of the cruise not being over is a very special one, and I hope all of you get a chance to experience that one day, said John Heald, Carnival brand ambassador. Carnival Cruise Lines is adjusting the benefit given to the back-to-back cruisers with a greater flexibility for how guests enjoy their exclusive perks. Previously, all back-to-back guests would debark the vessel at the end of the first sailing together, process quickly through U.S. immigration as required, and then return on board to receive their new ID cards and stateroom keys. Depending on the home port and the number of passengers, it may be possible for customs and immigration agents to come on board for the processing so that the guests didn't even need to debark. After reboarding the ship, there would be a group photo taken as a commemorative gift, and travelers would raise a glass of champagne or orange juice to their unique adventure. Now the back-to-back passengers will still need to debark the ship or otherwise present themselves for immigration processing and will receive a new shipboard card upon reboarding, but instead of the group photo and the drinks, the individual travelers will receive a coupon for a complimentary beverage and another for a complimentary photo on the first evening of the cruise. This will give travelers greater flexibility to enjoy their benefits as they wish, rather than a group photo that they may not enjoy or a drink that they may not prefer. Recent back-to-back passengers have reported that this process is already in place on some Carnival ships. Likely as the new process was tested and refined, now the new back-to-back procedure is being rolled out fleet-wide. Both travelers who have already enjoyed the back-to-back cruises, as well as those who are planning, are responding positively to the change. For example, because the process of debarking and immigration processing and reboarding the ship all happen early in the morning, some guests have expressed that it is better to not have to prepare for that photo first thing in the morning. And other people don't enjoy drinking alcohol first thing in the morning. So now guests can choose the photo that they want and can enjoy their favorite beverage whenever they want, rather than being restricted to a single type of photo and a type of drink at one time. The new process will also be much easier to implement on sailings with large numbers of back-to-back passengers, such as what often happens on the Carnival Journey sailings, and in conjunction also with inaugural cruises when the ship's repositions or when the ship repositions to new regions, or even just combining alternating itineraries into a longer sailing. So some cruises on board larger vessels, hundreds of guests could potentially be on the back-to-back itinerary, which could be nearly impossible to coordinate for a group photo or any kind of individual attention. So that's seems like a sensible adjustment.
Yes.
Way to go, Carnival.
Yes.
Now fix those burgers. On Bahamas destination to offer free Wi-Fi for cruise passengers. Already one of the most popular cruise destinations, Nassau, the Bahamas, has set its sights on becoming the center of innovation in the Caribbean. In recent years, the next step in its plan is to improve technology on the island, something which tourism officials are eagerly investing in. As one of the many projects stemming from the completion of the new port in Nassau, a initiative by Innovate 242, which is designed to bring entrepreneurs, researchers, and business leaders together to solve tech-related challenges in the Bahamas, will be outfitted a high-speed Wi-Fi for guests to use throughout the port as a smart city pilot program. The installation is beginning in February, with plans to have Wi-Fi available at the cruise port sometime during the second quarter of 2024. And the service will be free and is expected to extend as far west as the Arawak Cay and as far east as the Sir Sidney Poitier Bridge. So according to Nassau officials, the Wi-Fi installation will be a win-win. Not necessarily. The local tourism sector will be able to collect data from roughly 12,000 cruise guests that visit each day to better market to them and improve their experiences. And of course, the visitors will get the free Wi-Fi. Get a VPN, people. So it says here the access to the free Wi-Fi in the port is also a nice break for passengers, as Wi-Fi on board the cruise ships can be expensive and slow. Installing free Wi-Fi is only one step in Nassau's plan to boost cruise tourism on the island. In fact, of course, they spent 4 years and $300 million renovating the cruise port. So it says here, additional enhancements aside from the Wi-Fi are also in the works for 2024, while phase one of Nassau's improvement plan focused on accommodating more larger cruise ships. Phase two is focused on improving the experience on land. For example, the new signature restaurants and several other family-friendly attractions are also scheduled to be completed in 2024. So far, NASA's efforts have been paying off, with more growth expected in 2024.
And that's the way the news goes.
That's right. That's right.
Definitely recommend everybody get a VPN. There are a lot of free options out there or very low cost options. It's an app you install on your phone. It can be really simple, just as you tapping it like you're launching an app every time you want to use it, to just having it running all the time. And it will just shield all of your web traffic and anything else that you're doing on your phone while you're on a public Wi-Fi from such initiatives like data gathering, because they won't be able to see what sites you're going to, won't be able to aggregate that data into some type of list of things that you're interested in. If you care about stuff like that. I mean, I would assume that most of your data would be secure, and that the Wi-Fi is being operated by the Port Authority, so there shouldn't be any shenanigans going on it, but you just never know, and a VPN would definitely protect you from any of it.
Yep. And Mountains to Sea crew has made it in. Good
We want
morning.
to welcome you.
Good morning.
They were in seeing me traveling
Mm-hmm.
live this morning.
Yep. And Captain Billy J says, Captain back-to-back here. My back-to-back on Carnival Celebration last October went smooth. It was easy.
Okay.
I know that's right. I love
I've only ever been in a situation one time where Customs or CBP actually came on board, and that was my Cuba cruise.
Mhm.
We, for some strange reason, we left Florida. We went to the Bahamas, and then we were coming back to Key West before then going on to Cuba. So because we left the country and we're coming back to the country, we had to do customs, but they brought custom CBP on board. Everybody had to get up in the morning, go down to the main theater, come down one row of the main theater, then down all the aisles, show your passport to the CBP officer, and then just continue back up and out the theater the other way and back to your room and on with your day. So
Cool. Mona did what? Has
Mona
made it
did
in. Good
what?
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, snap. Your friend and mine, Rob with Cruise Brothers, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yep. And
Got somebody else new also.
oh, okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay. Bamanola.
I've only had half a cup of coffee so far yet, Mike. Give me a break.
Bamanola cleared up the Cajun words for today. It says T, masculine, or T, feminine, T or teat, the Cajun equivalent of junior, but placed before the name rather than after. I had dinner with John and his son, Tijine. Yeah,
Y'all were right. Little
Kind
baby.
of.
Close to it, yeah, close.
Yep. And then we got your friend and mine, Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, has
And
made it in.
Travel.
Hello, welcome in.
And travel.
And travel.
Remember, you gotta
Yep.
you gotta do the Canadian way.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A message from the government of Canada.
That's right.
Yeah, we Mountains to Sea crew. Thank you so much for coming in to watch the show. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Thank you, Bama, for dropping that link. Absolutely. And yeah, if you are a creator in the chat, do us all a favor and type in the magical word #creator. If you're on our chat, #yo or ELS if you're in Eddie's chat, and #TMD if you're on the Mustard Drill side. That way everybody can see your link and hit up your channel. We're all about growing over here and helping you to grow your own channel. And okay, with that being said, I believe that Scott has a question for everyone today, and it is, do you trust cruise port Wi-Fi?
Again, I'll give everybody 10 seconds to guess what the Mushroom Drill thinks about that.
No.
No,
not
do
at
not
all.
trust. A lot of times, like when I've been in ports, one that really stands out where I saw a particularly large number of access points was in Belize. So saw lots of Wi-Fi networks called like free, Belize free Wi-Fi, or free Wi-Fi, win a prize, if that was going to entice anybody. Stuff. I mean, just different stuff. Also, ones very cleverly named, ones that really look like they might just be a legitimate and official network, something, could be like Nassau Cruise Port Wi-Fi. Again, just be super careful because once you're on that network, everything you're doing and access to your device is easily accessible, banking information, all kinds of other stuff. So do not connect to those Wi-Fi networks unless you have a VPN. And even then, just be careful about what you're doing on that Wi-Fi connection. Please don't log into your banks or credit cards. And even with a VPN. So the short and long answer is no, I do not trust the port Wi-Fi's.
Yep. Eddie?
I take my phone with me, but I do not go into Wi-Fi. I use the phone to take pictures and video, and that's it. I don't even use the laptop on the ship to look for stuff. I use it for my lives in the morning when we get together. Download the pictures and the videos that I have into Google, and I don't make phone calls, or if I am able to use the chat on the ship, I do. Otherwise, I do not touch it. Once I put that phone on airplane mode, I do not look for anything. If I need something, that's my problem. I should have done it before I got in there. So no, I do not. I do not look for any Wi-Fi or even in. I hear that either Customaya or the other one, Customaya, there's T-Mobile Wi-Fi. Don't touch it. I don't do any of it. Nope.
Yep.
No.
When we go to Mexico, I do like to check in on everybody at home. Our cell service works there. I don't use the free Wi-Fi for that. We just use our cell phone service, check in on people, and then go back to being disconnected. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much the long and short of it. But no, I don't think that I connect to too many. I remember connecting at Margaritaville one time.
In Jamaica?
Oh, and then in Bonaire, Hannah had called me. I felt forced to use the public Wi-Fi. I stood in a sweet spot between two restaurants and didn't get a chance to talk to Hannah. She was just calling. Yeah, wasn't nothing wrong. But we try not to connect either, as we learned that a cruise vacation is a perfect time to disconnect from everybody and truly have a wonderful vacation.
But even from the early days of cruising, there cruise tip boards and things like that always made the suggestion of following the crew off of the ship, because the crew always knew where the free Wi-Fi was and stuff like that. Because back then Wi-Fi was expensive and basically unusable, and then there was a kind of a short moment where it was cheap and better, and now it's good but super expensive and getting even more expensive as time goes on the ships now. So so the crew a lot of times will still know where the free Wi-Fi is. I just don't necessarily recommend that, as and I'm sure the information is still floating around out there on cruise recommendation boards and stuff. So, but I would just really caution against using it.
Yep. Savage Batman says, I'm saying no on this one. Now, hear me out. But I think cruise port Wi-Fi could be something that they could track Wait, cruise port Wi-Fi could be something that could track your VPN or anything that you have on your phone. That specific cruise has access to everything.
Yeah.
There's always people
I mean,
smarter.
and the same goes for any free Wi-Fi, like even free Wi-Fi in the United States, right? You just don't do it.
Yep. The Z-Show Cruise Fund has came in this morning. Good morning, content creators. I'm getting ready to have a crazy weekend. Lots of food, lots of drinks in the greatest state in America, the Lone Star State of
Texas.
That's right, baby. And then, yeah, we were sad to hear this news right here. Tanisha says, did you hear about American Queen voyages stop operating as of February 20th?
Yeah.
They said they could not recover from the pandemic despite all efforts. It is so sad.
Yeah, they were paddleboat cruise line, river cruise line. So, yeah.
And Amy says you can always post stuff on cruise stuff on Facebook after coming home. Yeah.
Yes.
That's when we put our vlogs together and upload them anyway. So yeah, the home Wi-Fi is always the best.
Now my cell service does work in Canada and Mexico as well. And then I'm on a plan where I get unlimited use in 29 additional Latin American countries, and in addition to Mexico. So most of the Central American ports and stuff that the cruise lines go to. And then I also have an international day pass, which gives me unlimited Wi-Fi. On T-Mobile, you can use your phone internationally, but you're capped at 5 gigabit or gigabytes, per day or something like that. For me, I'm not capped, so I have unlimited. So, and I pay $10 a day for the first line to connect in any of the 210 countries in the world that are covered. So when I'm in the Bahamas and things like that, and then any additional line on my account can do the same for only $5 more, right? So like this last time I was in the Bahamas with my wife, we both connected, so it cost us $15. We had access to their cellular network and unlimited data and phones and texting and stuff like that. And I don't always do it, but I do it sometimes because I really feel like $10 is worth the opportunity and to not have to, risk being on a Wi-Fi network. So
right. And Mountains to Sea Cruise said, sad. I worked as a bartender in the Mississippi Queen many, many years ago.
Oh, wow. Excuse me.
All right.
drink some Sprite.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I get up and go get it?
Or grape juice with the fruit.
You got my permission. You got my permission.
Okay.
Okay, you're not in school. Get up and go.
I know, right?
I was scared you would think I wouldn't come back.
Well, that's all good. Let's go.
I was here dancing to it too.
Yep.
I saw you.
Yep. And Rob from Cruising on the High Seas
And travel.
said have some ginger. Oh, snap. Wait a minute. Hang on. I got to get this one ready.
Hey, we got
Hey,
We got
a super chat.
from you
And you.
and you.
Thank you.
And you.
Yeah,
You-
well, you were still here in spite of you being gone. So see how that works? Lucky knew what you needed. Yep.
Doesn't look like a Sprite.
It's
I was gonna say, and what do you have against 7-Up, Cheryl?
I don't. It's too sweet. It's too
Sweet. I think 7-Up is drier than Sprite. Really, that's what I think.
I just like that.
Oh,
And that Starry,
hallelujah.
it has way more carbonation than
Yeah.
any of them.
Was that a hairball, Eddie?
I think so. Yep. All right. Well, okay. So speaking of hairballs and cruises, let's find out where this hairball guy is going this October.
on the best cruise ever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you want to call it that? Yes. There you go. Incredible Paradise. We're going to be leaving out of Tampa when? October 28th, 2024, this year. Yes. In about 8 months, we're going to pop in the ship and go for a nice tour. We're going to be leaving out of Tampa. We're going to Key West to get some Cuban luxuries down there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to hit the Jamaican Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. So, if you want to come along, get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel. Get your cabin going. We got a few cabins left. So get along and come on and jump in and be with the group. All of us will be there. You know, Traveling with Timber will be there too. Also, Cruise Nuts, Ross from Orange Gun Blog, James Catanese, Scott from Controversial Cruising, June and Brady will also be there. There's a lot more people coming along, so come on, let's go. Get in touch with Bruce and put your deposit down on your cabin. Pay off the cruise by July, and we'll see you in Tampa in October. Play this video.
Lugo Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Yeah, man. Paradise.
That's right.
Okay.
I am looking forward to the Paradise because, you know, I'm sure many of you have heard me say how nostalgic I am for those older ships. Even though they're smaller and, there's less to do on them, the decor of those ships really just always ends up taking me back to the good old days of cruising. And I love to just kind of sit and look at it all and take it all in. And it's always, I never regret. For at least that reason, I never regret being on an older, smaller ship.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to cruise. I don't care what ship I'm on, but I like those ports that we're going to.
Right.
I really love those ports.
It's
a little depressing though in some ways though, because like for instance, right before the shutdown, I was on Grandeur of the Seas out of Baltimore, and when you're walking around the ship on a sea day, and the majority of the ship is sitting around reading a book or playing cards or something like that or whatever. I mean, that's fine. That's cruising for them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it's a little depressing to see all that.
That's what I recall from the 80s and 90s when I used to cruise with Carnival back in living out of Fort Lauderdale. Used to be just like that. A lot of sitting around playing cards, or in the back of the ship shooting, skeet shooting.
Right.
Or in the casino, or you have to wear a tuxedo to go to dinner. It was a lot different back then.
I always call those moments. I always refer to them as like convalescence of the seas.
Titanic days,
Yep. My mother-in-law always gets it wrong. She always says nursing home of the seas. I'm like, no, convalescent.
Convalescent.
It sounds better. It sounds better than nursing.
It does. Well, that's probably
the first time that I got out the room was with these guys, because normally after dinner,
should be in there.
I know, but you still spend a lot of time in that room.
I love it. And
there's nothing wrong with that. If that's how you cruise, then that's how you cruise, right?
Right.
But, yeah.
Otherwise, you'll find us three guys in the atrium, just people watching, or
that's what y'all gonna do.
Having meetings and stuff like that.
Go.
Oh, okay. Here's a cruise announcement. But first, Antoinette Fun says no sitting around for me on a cruise. She'd like to party.
I see that.
Yep.
And she's so outgoing on a cruise.
And then Rob says, "Oh, Scott, did you know the Booze Cruise 3.0 will be on the Grandeur of the Seas
I did know that. Yeah.
October 25th, 2025."
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a good cruise announcement there. Good morning. The Bud Files have made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, buds.
And I know we are less than 250 days until the Booze Cruise 2.0.
249.
And yeah.
And 1 hour.
And 1 hour. Yep. So we are definitely looking forward to the cruise, if not just for the ports, for the experience, to meet all of you guys.
Yeah.
And I know that
I was just going to say, last time I was on a long cruise, Anthem of the Seas, we were sailing a very familiar itinerary for me. Of course, from Bayonne, it was a longer cruise. We went down to like St. Lucia and stuff. But when we were sailing back at night, I was out on the balcony and I could see the islands because, you're basically looking out over the ocean. It's dark, but you could see where the islands were because you could see the lights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw an island that I was not familiar with. And I went and looked it up on the map. And out of all the cruising I've ever done and all of the, kind of the research and the discovery, I never knew about this island until January of last year when I saw it basically from my balcony, which I would not have seen if I hadn't been in my room, which is the whole point of this story, right?
Right.
And it's an island called St. Eustace. And I did this dive on the internet and found out all this incredible information about St. Eustace. And now cruise ships don't go there, but you can fly there and stay there. But it's a very small and rustic island, and it doesn't have a lot of infrastructure, and it doesn't have a lot of people, but it looks incredible. There has been a couple of YouTube vloggers that have gone there and, did different videos and stuff from it. And I think it's definitely on my short list of things to do.
Cool.
Well, my short list right now, because of the news story that you said, and the reason why my head has been down and up is because I've been looking at back-to-back cruises from Galveston. For instance, I figure I can do a 4-day and then another 4-day on the same ship and come up with 8 days. And I want a free picture, and I would be
free drink.
Right, and a free drink. I'm about that life. I like free. So that's what I've been doing. I am so sorry. I am giving you all my attention now because I did find one on the Breeze Carnival, and we'll go frontwards and then we'll go backwards.
Front, back, and side to side. What are we doing? Hitting switches?
No.
And here's the thing: one of the primary draws of a back-to-back is that people get to experience both itineraries because most ships they alternate between like 2 itineraries. But from Galveston, it's Cozumel or Cozumel, right? So for me, that would be less appealing. But
hey,
I also don't live 5 minutes from the cruise terminal either.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And we looked at Tampa, going from the Paradise. They have a 4-day sailing on the Paradise and then the 6-day. We did look at that. But we might as well do it here in Galveston.
Hey,
We got
a super chat
from you
and you.
and you
Thank you.
and you.
thank you, Lucky.
Thank you.
I was sitting here not long ago, and I was saying to my wife, those people live so close that Jeremy and Hannah were able to go down to the port, check it out,
Right.
do some filming B-roll, come back,
Yep.
get the luggage,
Mhm.
grab Cheryl, and go back down to the ship like they were running across the street to the store.
Oh yeah,
That's just by the
she was
way.
down there live streaming at the same time.
Oh yeah, I was live.
She was
but-
live.
It's
Uh,
like,
that's
you
how
know,
we are.
I said, can you imagine
Yeah,
living that close to a cruise
down
port?
there.
I mean,
We're
my
very close.
God.
yeah. And Antoinette says, "Sounds fun, Cheryl. Do it. However, I have a counter offer. Okay, we all know that the dream goes out east. Okay, and I would love to do a back-to-back on the dream instead of the
6
breeze.
days. It's 14 days.
The 8 and 6 day go around. You know,
Okay.
instead of the 4 or 5.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Yep.
Yep.
A few dollars more too.
Yeah. I mean, but we know how to hit it in January and February whenever it's, you know, dirt cheap. So yeah, we're pretty much carnival connoisseurs here.
Because
We
we're
know-
so close to the
we know how
port.
to work the pricing where it's in our favor.
And then they have those pack and go sales.
Oh yeah, them pack and go sales are awesome.
Yeah. We got one time.
Well, it's wave season.
Yep, it
For
is.
those of you who don't know what Wave is, it's a big, huge cruise promotion every year around this time. It's when the
Mhm.
cruise lines supposedly are offering their best deals.
Yep.
And not only that, guess what? MSC is coming to town.
Yes, they are.
So we'll be able to jump on MSC on the TA rate. And then we talked about he gets the TA rate, and then I get the regular cabin rate.
Mhm.
And hopefully we can be side to side or across the hall from each other. And we'll take the kids because most of those sailings are
Kids sell free sailings. Yep. And I
So-
hope the TA rates come to Galveston. Most of them are leaving out of New York or Miami at this point. Let's hope that we get some TA rates coming this way.
I feel like we're going to get them. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like
I don't know.
we're gonna
If they
get
got extra balconies, we'll get it for
Yeah.
sure. And okay, so we are still caught up in the chat. Eddie, who is coming on for the remainder of the day?
All right, so we got at 11 o'clock, hopefully, Darren, with the moment and the word. Roy and Becky's Travels at 1 p.m. Western Adventures at 5. Michael and Spoil Mama and Gillian Farms at 6 p.m. Eastern. Journey with the Gingers and Controversial Cruising at 7. 9 p.m. will be Beach Please and Pedrosa Travels without premiere.
Nice. That sounds like a real good lineup.
Rob wants to know what rents are like in Galveston.
Rent. Yeah, it's high.
It's very high.
I mean, it's a beach town, right? Why wouldn't it be
Yeah.
high?
It
Yeah,
is.
It's very high.
It tends to go up during the summer and taper off during the winter. But
And what's the big thing down here? People have houses for sale, like those Airbnb and whatever.
Airbnb?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a lot of those things down here.
Right.
All around us. All around us. People.
I read an article a couple of years ago. One of the really popular Northeast beach towns is called Ocean City, Maryland.
Mhm.
Mm,
And I read an article. It was, something I had never kind of fathomed before. I've been going there since I was 10 years old. And what happens is the rents fluctuate like that because it's a beach town, right? So it's
Yeah.
tourism. So the beach, rents go really high during the season.
Mhm.
Now our season is probably shorter than yours, but in any event, the article was about what do the people who live there do in the summer when the rents go too high,
Mhm.
and unfortunately, they are in a cycle where they live in an apartment in the off season and a tent during the peak season because they cannot afford the rent. So they move out of their apartments and they live in a tent when the weather is warm and then back into an apartment when the weather cools down. So
Wow. Okay. Cruising on the High Seas
And travel.
And travel.
will be on live tonight at 8 p.m. We have been invited to go on camera with him to discuss our thoughts about the Norwegian Prima. We hope you can join in the show, or at least the chat, because I don't know that I'm done talking about the Prima. We enjoyed that ship so much to where we're actually, we're looking at the Prima more and more. I'm going on Primas. I mean, I'm going on NCL book more than I am Carnival these days. It is definitely driving my my cruise shopping in another direction.
It is, because the December 13th cruise is available for the same rate next year.
Yep. And Michael Ann says it was challenging to find an Airbnb for a good price before our cruise in October 2024 out of Galveston.
And I imagine, like, where you are, October is probably still a very nice time of the year to be at the beach, right?
Oh yeah,
It is. It is.
Like up here, it would be freezing, right?
Right.
In October at
Right.
the beach. But I imagine down there it's probably, because I think even in Myrtle Beach, October is still a very popular time down there.
Well, it's still hurricane season all the way until the end of November.
Right.
So the water is still going to be very warm for you to jump in.
But from spring break, which spring break begins March 13th, that we know it in our head, all the way to Labor Day, the hotel rates are skyrocketing, as well as
September
the
11th
beach.
is layoff week.
The beach
everybody.
is unbelievably packed. I mean, you have all the vendors down there, the people that can swallow fire and all this kind of mess down there.
Oh, snap. Look who it is. James Cantonese has made it in. Good morning.
Our
morning.
2.0.
Check it out. I love Texas. 70 degrees today in Anna, Texas.
Anna. That's a small town.
Yep. Sounds like it. At least it's not cut and shoot, though. I've always had a problem with that
I've
one.
never heard of
Yeah,
that.
cut and shoot Texas. Try traveling through there. And
Listen, you don't have names like we've got some crazy names here. Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. That's the name of the town, Bird in Hand. We've got another town called Blue Ball.
Yep.
Right. We've got another the most famous town in Pennsylvania, okay, is Intercourse, Pennsylvania. That's the name of the town, Intercourse. A lot of these that I'm naming are in Pennsylvania Dutch country. So they're like where the Amish are in Lancaster County. We've got another one called I just drew a blank on it, but we definitely have some crazy names. Oh, we have a town up in northern Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania called Snowshoe.
Snowshoe.
That's the name of the town, Snowshoe, Pennsylvania. Nice. So we definitely have some crazy names. Now I'm sure there's other crazy names too that I'm not thinking about or whatever. I'll probably remember about them afterwards. But we have a town also in Lancaster County called Paradise, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I like that.
So a lot of crazy names here. So I was actually not surprised when I learned the name of the town that Mike and Rihanna live in called Medicine Hat.
I know. That's a crazy name.
It is a crazy name, but like I said, we have some crazy names here in Pennsylvania, so not at all surprised by it.
The only name that I would be concerned about is Church's Chicken when I was up there. Amy says it is 44 in Worcester.
Worcester.
Banana.
It's like
How
red.
do you pronounce it?
Or sometimes they call it Worcester.
Yeah, that's
the ones up there they call Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yep.
It's like Reading, baby.
It's
like
Reading.
Reading, Pennsylvania, right? Jeremy calls it Reading.
Reading.
It looks like Reading, but it's pronounced Reading.
Reading.
Amy
it's like the Reading Railroad. You ever played Monopoly? Go take a ride on the Reading Railroad.
Right.
Yeah. Amy says she's been to Intercourse.
Yeah.
Yep. All righty, folks. Well, I believe that will do it for today's show. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We always appreciate you. And tomorrow, come back for a similar show, but with an added bonus. We get to find out who was the top chatter of the week, according to Nightbot, here on Cruising is Fun Anytime. And
I predict it was cruising on the high seas
I predict
and
that too.
travel.
I'm
travel.
gonna log in after the show and see where we're sitting.
I bet it's him.
And you guys, just stay tuned. Well, we'll see you tomorrow morning. If we don't catch you tonight over on Rob's channel, remember it's Cruising on the High Seas
And travel.
That's right. And we are going to be talking about the Norwegian Prima this evening. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for coming into the show. Wait, what's happening?
Look at the chat.
Look in the chat. Let me see what's going on.
Oh,
Hey,
snap.
we got
Yes.
Hey,
We got
a super chat.
from you
And you.
and you
Thank you.
and you. And thank you, Lucky.
And you.
Mm.
We appreciate you, Lucky, as always. Oh, Michael Ann has been to Medicine Hat.
Oh, God.
That'll work. All right. We'll see everybody later.
It's a small world.
Small world. Y'all take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And never, ever forget, we love you.
We
And
love
good
you.
morning.
Mwah.
bye.